In terms of the issue was brought up with Kimano Barrow, and the Prime Minister got kind of, to me, kind of aggressive in terms of that. Just politically, what's your stance on his assertion that of his good name, and everybody knows that he's a man of integrity and family, he would never do anything like put his family in places of, in a position of power?
Well, whenever you come to mention a Prime Minister name, his family name, he gets very, very defensive. So obviously there is something. But I would not question the Prime Minister when he said that he did not make that call. But we know how the Prime Minister has been managing his cabinet. It's almost like a one-man show. He is the boss and he makes everybody understand that. Now, can you imagine a member of the Prime Minister's family going to a department in government or going to a minister in government for asking for a favor? Do you believe that that person would say no? Of course not. Just by the mere virtue of that it is the family of the Prime Minister. But again, when you look at what happened with the whole issue of that area that was given out to, it's Paradise...
Paradise Energy.
Paradise Energy, yes. And then the Prime Minister said, well, there are two ways that you can offer or you can give a PSA. One, you have the bidding process, and then the next one, the exception is where the minister then makes a recommendation to the cabinet. In this case, the Prime Minister, they decided to rule by the exception and not by the way it's supposed to be. And the Prime Minister will skillfully tell you that nobody was coming to Belize, nobody was bidding, so that nobody was interested in that area. But if the Prime Minister, they were serious when it comes to issues of transparency and openness, they could have easily put that on their website and advertise it. That, you know, this block is available and for people to come in and put in a bid. And then if it was only Paradise Energy Limited that put in a bid, then nobody has anything to say. But that did not happen. And I believe that the Prime Minister erred in judgment, or at least the Minister of Environment erred in judgment when he did not open that into the bidding process as required by the law.
Operation Restore Belize. I don't remember the exact date, but I remember there was a big meeting with you and the Prime Minister, and this operation was touted as the best thing since white bread. This one, fight crime, that's our whole big strategy. And yesterday the Prime Minister may seem almost bashful about Operation Restore Belize. What's your opinion on that? Are you surprised that Operation Restore Belize has basically fizzled out?
No. Unfortunately, Operation Belize has come to a song and a workshop, or some say a video also, no? But nothing has really come up. And now we're hearing about some consultancies taking place right now for Operation Restore Belize. But why do we need more consultancies? I mean, we know what is the problem in Southside, in Belize City, Southside. It is the issue of abject poverty, the lack of jobs, the lack of opportunities, that our children can't go to school because their parents cannot afford it. As a government, we have a moral obligation to these kids. We need to save them. We need to rescue them. That is what we're supposed to be doing. Go in there and look at the kids that are not going to school and make sure that they go to school. And if they don't have the books, let's get them the books. And if they don't have a meal, let's give them a meal. Because that is a lot cheaper than what we have to pay 5, 10, 15 years from now. We need action. We don't need any more studies. But again, the Prime Minister, in typical bait and switch, he speaks about these short-term programs that, you know, we have several hundred people working in the Southside poverty alleviation project. But these people are going to be employed for 3 weeks, 3 months. And then after that, what happens? If we cannot address the basic issues of the economy, how is it that we're going to increase investor confidence in Belize? How is it that we're going to create an environment where people want to invest and create opportunities for Belizeans? And that, unfortunately, is not happening in Belize.